everyone, Tuva here. So what's this video about, you might ask? Well, first of all I want to say I hope you all had a lovely Yule. I hope you had what you wanted and that you all had a lovely time in your families and wherever you went. I hope you got the things that you wanted and maybe new magical stuff. Today we're going to be doing a video on the next rune in the series, and that is Sowilo. Now, Sowilo is about the sun. It's fantastic because after everything you've gone through on the other runes, this is all about the original part of the sun, the part that gives life, the part that is you. Not only is the sun, but you are full of molecules, and those molecules have been fueled. Just like a car is fueled with petrol or gas or whatever it is you use, so the sun does the same thing to humans, to plants, to the earth. Without it, we wouldn't have life, because it gets right into the middle of those molecules and it fires your life. Now, you've heard the saying, the spark of life, and that is all about the starting of life. When people say the beginning of life, that's when that spark, when you have a baby in the womb and they do that first scan, they look for that small flutter, which is the spark of life, the electrical impulse that starts it all off. And that is what we're talking about today. Sowilo is heat, warmth and sun. The shape of it is in the shape, in fact I will show you the shape. Here we are, let's get it the right way around. Yeah. So as you can see, there we go, Sowilo. What does it remind you of? To me, automatically when I look at that, I see a bolt of lightning. Now the bolt of lightning, as it comes to the earth, it impacts and it fires. And that is why we class the sign Sowilo, because it is basically the initial match to the fire. So as it comes down and it hits, so the molecules within a plant or a tree or even a person, I'm afraid to say, ignites, and that's when the fire and the sun comes to be. So now we can see that that symbol is very apt. It could have just been a round circle indicating the sun, but no, we're going deeper. We're not going into the visual sign of the sun, we're going into the visual inside of the sun, the molecules, the sunbeams, the rays, the things that are essential in the universe as well. There are other suns for other planets, so we know we need that. It even goes into the mountains and the water, and it is everywhere. We cannot exist without those bolts of lightning, and I think that's a fantastic representation. But the goddess Suna, she lives within that molecule within the sun. That is her kingdom, her sun. She rides her chariot, which you will find on, I think it's Rado or Rado, the other video that I've done all about her. But this one is more about the essence rather than what is classified in Rado. You might ask, what are the colours? Well, the colours, be it yellow, gold, green, blue, believe it or not, pure white and silver. These are all colours that you can use. Now today I've got a red tablecloth because to me red, and it can be personalised to suit you, because at the end of the day it's your altar. But if you want to stick to the colours, you would do those colours. But I've put red on because to me Red signifies danger. If you're walking around with all that power in you, from those sunbeams, from that molecule filled with power, how much more can you be dangerous as well? Whatever you do in life, you're using that power. You need to light these candles to show just how powerful. And just like that, we have it on. The light of the sun. Amazing. So the element is definitely fire. But what sort of fire? I think we've covered that. It's not the sort of fire that you're thinking of as a flame or an outward appearance. It's an inner flame. Of course, the flame itself came originally from Muspelheim, the original flame. So we know that it's been there right from the beginning, and it is still as powerful as it was back then. Animal is the eagle, and in a way I can understand that. An eagle is very powerful. It flies through the air, it can see all, it knows where it's needed, it knows how to tend things but also kill things, it knows how to keep alive, and it also knows how to nurture its own. So we can see the importance behind the eagle, the flight, the beauty and the embodiment of power. The power object, of course, has to be none other than the shield. And if you look at some of the shields from the past, you will note that they always had symbols drawn upon them, and Sowilo would have been upon them, because in battle they would call upon Sowilo, because that was the power symbol that would show them, like the eagle, the path they needed to take. It channeled where they needed to go. It gave them the energy and the power to be able to succeed whatever it was they needed to do, be it battle, be it travelling in their boats to the lands in fog, seeing their way through a pathway would be made known by the rays of the sun. And so they would use that symbol, that rune, in a very powerful way, chanting it, wearing it. And also they would put Suna upon the boat end, depicting that power, giving them that energy that they really needed at that time. The plants would be mistletoe, oak and juniper. Also the aroma that you can use is also juniper, but peppermint, funnily enough, peppermint is quite strong, and you can put the two together and it's quite a nice aroma, and it's fit for the gods, they like it. Talking about the body, the chakra system has 7 points, whereas the Hweols of Magen have 5. Quite different in some ways. I have a video that you could watch, I'll put the link below, and it talks about the Hweols of Magen, the Hweols of Power. Now, when you do that ritual, it enhances your energy fields. Now the sun does that too. The sun infiltrates you. So the body part would be the chakra of the heart. It would be the solar plexus, because that is the feeling, that is where we feel, and our psychic abilities are enhanced. That is the biggest part that is always feeling and doing, and so very important. And the colour of the solar plexus is yellow, so we can see there is a link. The mineral would be ruby. Now if you look at a ruby, it is beautiful. It is, a lot of people wear them as rings, as necklaces, because there is that warmth and that feel of the earth, the energy that's within that stone. And that has come from the sun. That has come from Sowilo. So we can now start to get an idea of why it is so important, because we cannot live without that in our inner being. We cannot have that spark of life. And that goes for everything on the planet, not just animals, plants and us, the very air we breathe. Every particle, every stone, every grass blade, every sea and river, everything has that inner power, and it all comes from that molecule that comes from the sun, the ray of light that we so enjoy, the warmth. And also we know from Rado that you use fire to sustain life in other ways. It warms us, it feeds us, it gets rid of. Also, Sowilo is renowned to be a healing rune as well, because it is so powerful. So we can see that we can use it in so many ways, but it is a compass as well, because it shows us the way and directs us and shows us what's going on. So we have that eagle going before us, teaching us, showing us. And so when we call upon Sowilo, we see a lot of power. But, and I say but, to get it into your life, you need to be aware of the dangers, because too much power can cause problems. If you get too built up with this inner power, you might use it in a detrimental way. And this is where people can start causing problems in their lives. By using it in the wrong way, we in fact destroy ourselves. So we have to get an even balance, and that even balance is to accept that energy when we need it for a certain situation, or to aid an animal or a person or the earth itself, but not to misuse it. Like everything, use in moderation, but realise that it is within us, that spark of life. We are our own universe and we make our own lives. So, because of that, we have to take it slowly, take it in the right steps, which is why we have that great goddess to seek, to understand that she will put us on the right path. So I hope you enjoyed that correspondence part, guys, and I know you know what happens next. I will take you on a path working. So I'm going to get my drum and we're just going to tap slowly. So if you want to get, you want to sit quietly in a chair or lay down, get comfortable, and take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. Keep breathing in, out through your mouth. You find yourself in the dark. As you open your inner eye, you know where you are because you've been here many times. Ginong. In the distance you can see two specks of light, one on the left and one on the right. The pillar of flame and the pillar of ice. As you wait quietly, In the distance, you can see a shape taking form. And as it makes its way towards you, you realise it is the symbol and the rune Sowilo. Nearly next to it now, as it has grown into the size of a door. The door to the world of runes, the world of Sowilo. When you go through the door, it is bright. You look down at yourself and you are bright, and you see flames. You see yourself with little flames on your skin, but it doesn't hurt. It really doesn't hurt. So you don't panic. For some reason, you don't feel scared. And when you look up, there in front of you is Suna. She smiles at you and says, "Are you ready? Are you ready to see what I want you to know?" At this you say, "Yes, but we don't know why we're here." And she says, "Well, that will be made clear to you. What you need to do is to follow me." And you get into her chariot, made of beautiful gold, and you go forwards around the world, and you take in what's going on. You don't see it as the world that which you know, but you see it with lots of little flame which look like people darting here and there. They're in the forest. They're in people's houses. They're in people. They are in fires. They are in the air. You look at Suna and you say, "Who are these?" And she tells you, these are the inner beings of the great sun. They are the sun's helpers. They bring sparks of life and energy to that beautiful world, and the people and the plants and the animals that live upon it. And today you are one of them, and you're going to see what it's like. At that, she disappears and you find yourself floating in the air, not a care in the world. As you flutter by, you're not scared at all, but you see somebody in the desert, and then you see somebody in the forest. Now, the one in the desert is hot and has no fluid. The one in the woods needs your fire. They both need fire, but in different ways. One needs the fire to give him the energy to escape from the danger that he is in, and one needs the fire to be able to keep warm and to cook the food that he has caught. So we can see there are two aspects to becoming a flame person. The flame person that you've become knows exactly what they have to do. You make your way first to the one in need. Many others have come with you and have followed you and are doing as much to help him as what you are. You get into his body and you see his veins and the blood coming through the veins, and you see it all. You know that you have to impact how he's going to get help, get away from the situation. You impart that into his very molecule, building him up that he so needs this time. but also you go to other people that are on the outskirts of the desert that will be able to aid him as well. You go into their vein system and their brain and you fire it up and you explain to them so that they know and they make their way to help the man in the desert. You stand back and you feel really good because you have done something that you never knew even existed. Next, you decide to go and help the other man that's in the woods. Little did you know that he needed that heat for his child, who was a baby and was very, very ill. Hence, you now know that you can instill that healing energy into the baby with the warmth from the fire and the heat from the food that's been cooked upon the fire. So you go into the molecules of the man and show him what he needs to do, and then to the baby, and you surround in warmth and healing energy going into his heart chakra. You feel so good and you've learned so much. All of a sudden, Sune has returned and she says, "Have you learnt, my child?" To which you say, "Oh yes. It's fantastic. I've never understood that it goes so deep." You look down at your body, you have become whole again, you have no flames, but you feel the flames within you. And she says to you, "Is there any need that you need that we can help you with? For you have done good things today with the power of the spark of life. Can we install a spark into your life?" So guys, you now have time to go and talk to Sune and the flame people. Ask her what you want. Is it direction you need? Is it healing? Or just direction in your work as a light worker? If she gives you anything, take it. That's it. And at that, you feel yourself leaving the situation. You say goodbye and thank you to her. And she smiles and chases the sun. You find yourself coming back through the doorway of Sowilo, back to where you were in your chair or where you was laying down. When you feel right, open your eyes and wrinkle your toes and your fingers. And when you have a moment, make sure you eat and drink, for that will ground you and you have finished your path working. Guys, it is a hard way to understand that the sun has many levels and aspects to it, but Sowilo is a very good rune for building you up, showing you direction and being there for the spark of life that you need, that tiny heartbeat that started when you was a baby to the day you pass away. That spark is within you. It is within your neighbours, your families, your friends, animals, your pets, plants and trees and the whole world as we know it. That spark of life, that inner power, your universe. hope you enjoyed that, guys, and it's been a long while coming, the next one, I know, but due to what went on I couldn't do it, but I'm back and we will carry on with the rune series. Let me know how you felt or how you feel about Sowilo, how it's affected you in your life. Is there a thing that's happened that you feel the power of it and you'd like to share? If you do, put it down below. I will always get back to you. I will always answer your comments. Please think about subscribing and liking, because it does help my channel. I would be really grateful to you. Thank you in advance. The next one will be the Saturday one, and I don't quite know what I'm going to be doing as of yet, because it will be the New Year celebrations. I'm not sure, but I will be back with a video for Saturday, so I hope to see you guys there. Thank you to any new subscribers and those that have come back, and to those that are always with me, always helping and supporting me. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I'm going to leave it there, guys. So wherever you are, whatever time of day, night or evening it may be, I wish you the best ever. House of the Land.